My name is Stephanie Simpson and I am the Deputy Head Teacher here at Heron Hall Academy. I'm doing this short video just to let you know about our plans for the return to school in September. And the first thing I want to say is that we are really excited to be having all of our students coming back to school in September, and we look forward to seeing each and every one of them. As you're aware, the government has said that it is safe for schools to reopen in September, and all students are expected to return to school in September. Just to reassure you, as a school we've undertaken a high-level risk assessment just to check on everything to make sure that we are all safe and secure and ready for the students to return in September. All of the information that I'm going to share with you on this video will be available at the end of the video so that you can make sure that you understand and you know exactly what's going to happen for your student. Prior to the summer holidays, Mr. Barzi, the head teacher, showed you a video of the school and all of the health and safety measures that we put in place when we welcome students back before the summer holiday. All of those measures are still in place, it's just we've had to slightly change them when we're welcoming back the whole school. Following on from the advice from the government, we will be having year groups back in what we call bubbles. That means that there can be up to 240 students, if that's how many students there are in your year group, within a bubble. What we've then needed to do is ensure that different bubbles have been allocated to different parts of our building. The bubbles themselves, we have been advised, should not come into contact with each other throughout the school day. We're really lucky here at Heron Hall because our building is really big. So we've been able to zone off and segregate parts of the building for all the different year groups that we have. For example, the Year 7s will have their lessons from the bottom end of our maths corridor into our performing arts area. The Year 8 students will have all of their lessons on the top floor in the humanities corridor and using 2 of our maths classrooms. Year 9 students will predominantly have their lessons on the English corridor. Year 10 students will have their lessons on the bottom end of the modern foreign language corridor, moving round to the computer suites, and all Year 11 lessons will take place on the ground floor. The difference for us as a school is that normally students move to classrooms to meet the teachers. But in order to avoid too much movement around the building, we will be asking teachers to move to the students. So it is the teachers that will be going to different rooms to deliver their lessons, as opposed to the majority of students. Year 7 and 8 students will follow the full curriculum that they were always expected to follow. They will be taught in form classes. They will be taught all of their lessons in their form class. And each form class will be allocated one classroom. And that is where all of their lessons will take place. So their English teachers, their maths teachers, their science teachers, humanities, technology, etc. They will all go to that one room to deliver the lessons to the students. For Year 9, 10 and 11 students, our Key Stage 4 students, they will have to move around the building slightly, but they will only need to move within the zones that they have been allocated to. Again, teachers will come to the different classrooms and deliver the lessons to them. They also will follow their full curriculum with all of their option choices, so they get the same full experience of Heron Hall Academy. It's just that they will be based in certain rooms within the building. In order to reduce the amount of students arriving at school at any one time, we have decided to stagger our start and finish times. That will mean that we will have a constant flow of students coming in the morning and leaving it after school to avoid overcrowding at these points of the day. Each year group has been allocated a start and finish time. They have also been allocated an entry and exit point. Our entry and exit points are either our front gate, the main gate at the front of the school, or our belling crescent at the back of the school as our second exit point. At the end of the video, you'll get a summary of all the start and finish times for each student, and also the entry and exit points which they will be using. So our Year 7 students will come in at 8:40, they will come in through the main gate, and then they will exit at 3:30 through the back entrance exit. Year 8 students will be entering and exiting from the Belling Crescent point. Their start time is 9 o'clock and their finish time is 3:20. Year 9 students will be coming in through the front of the school, and they will also be exiting through the front of the school via the main gates, and they will start at 9 o'clock and finish at 3:30. Year 10s will be using the Belling Crescent entry and exit point, and they will be coming in at 8:40 and finishing at 3:10. Year 11 students will be coming in through the front and leaving through the front, and they will start at 8:30 and they will leave at 3:10 p.m. We are asking that students do not arrive any more than 5 minutes before their allocated start or finish time. The school gates, so the entry into the school premises, so at the Belling Crescent and at the front, will not open until 8:15 a.m. No student will be permitted on site prior to this time. With regards to face masks are not compulsory for students to have to wear. If you are insisting that your child wears a face mask, we ask that they are to be sensible ones and of neutral colours. We will not be allowing students to wear bandanas as a substitute, and students will only be allowed to wear their face masks in the communal areas such as the corridors, the canteen, inside the building, but they are not allowed to wear their face masks during lesson time in class. Students are expected to return to school in their full school uniform, with their blazers, their ties and shoes. On days where they've got PE, they will attend school in their PE kit. On the first day of school, all students will be issued with a personalised timetable, and on that timetable it will indicate the days in which they have PE. On those days, they arrive in school in their PE kit, they stay in their PE kit throughout the duration of the day, and then they will go home at the end of the day also in their PE kit. We are not allowed to allow students to be changing in school, because that means that the bubbles would cross over. So there will be no changing of PE kits in school. All students are expected to hand sanitise when they arrive at school. We will have tables out at entry and exit points with hand sanitiser available on the table. There will be staff out there supporting the students arrive. Students will come, use the hand sanitiser and then enter into the playground. If you prefer for your student, your child, to use their own hand sanitiser, can you please provide them with the hand sanitiser to bring to school? If students do not have hand sanitiser, as a school we will provide them with the hand sanitiser and then they will use that when they're here. We will also be ensuring that students are regularly hand washing throughout the day, and if they move between classrooms then they will hand sanitise when they do this. Outside break and lunch time zones have been allocated into bubbles. Different year groups will have different recreational areas outside of the building so that the bubbles do not need to cross. Our canteen will operate as normal and it will still provide a hot and cold menu. If you receive free school meals, you will be able to have a free school meal during the lunchtime. If you wish to purchase food, you will also be able to do that during your lunchtime. The canteen will not be open at break times. So if students want to eat something at break time, we ask that they bring their own healthy snacks into school with them. Students' journey to and from school. What we've been advised is to encourage students to either walk or cycle to school, if this is possible. If this isn't possible, and students have to use public transport such as the bus or the train, they will need to follow government guidance and wear the face mask when they are on these vehicles. If you are somebody who's going to drop your child off in the car, so you're going to bring them to school or you're going to collect them to school and you're going to drive them to do that, can we remind you that parking outside of the school through either of the exits and entry points is not permitted. The way that the building is located, our roads are very small outside, and when parents park outside the school, it causes a huge amount of congestion, which causes problems with the social distancing that we will be trying to do whilst bringing the students into school. If you are going to drop your student off in the car, can we please ask that you meet them in Tesco's car park, which is a very short walk from the school. The return to school dates will be different for every year group depending on which year group your child is in. We'll be welcoming our Year 7s to Heron Hall on Monday the 7th of September, and they will also be in school on Tuesday the 8th of September, and they will be the only year group on site for those 2 days. This will allow them to adjust to the new surroundings and have a proper induction that we were unable to do before the summer holidays. On Wednesday the 9th of September, all Year 10 students are expected to return. The return date for our Year 9 students is Thursday the 10th of September. And then on Friday the 11th of September, the Year 8 students will be expected to return to school. The final year group to return is our Year 11 students, and they will be coming into school on Monday the 14th of September. I've been through quite a lot of information in this video, and I fully appreciate that it's a lot to take on. But just to remind you that before the summer holidays, Mr. Barsey did write to all of you with all of the information that I've shared with you in this video. The government have also provided an information booklet for secondary school parents explaining everything you need to know about the return to school and how safe it is. There was a Zoom meeting before the summer holidays where Mr. Barsey and 2 of his assistant head teachers spoke to a group of several parents. On the back of that Zoom meeting, parents had some questions. So what we've also provided you with is a guide to some frequently answered questions, which, having watched this, you might be thinking, what about this, what about that? There is a booklet with frequently asked questions and their answers also on our website. All of our information that I've been through and the documents I've just spoken about, you can find under the parents section of our website under the whole school letters section. And it's all that's left to say is, I hope that you have had a lovely summer holidays and a break, and I look forward to seeing you all, as every member of staff does. We look forward to seeing you all back in September. So until then, take good care.